Hi, in today's video, we're going to be going over how to add our camera and do dewarping on our Navigator Viewer Manager. So first, we have to download the Navigator Viewer Manager. So we're going to go ahead and go to our website, LILIN.com. And under products here, we're going to go down and go under VMS Systems, and then go ahead and select Navigator Software 3.0. All right, once we're here, you can go ahead and launch the Control Center. And once you get into the Control Center, you're going to be met with this page. So once we get here, we have to go ahead and add our camera. So there's two ways of adding our camera. First, we can do it manually. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it manually. So we're going to go ahead and go under Device Manager right here. And then here, we're going to go under Add, and I'm just going to create a group. And this group, I'm going to name it Test. And then for the camera information, I'm going to name our camera Warehouse because our camera is currently set up above the warehouse. I'm going to go ahead and input the IP address of the camera. I'm going to go ahead and put in the port and then put in the correct username and password. All right, once you have that done, you can go ahead and click Add. And it's going to go ahead and add a little group right here. And then if you aren't sure about what cameras on your network, you can actually just go here and click IP scan, and it'll go ahead and launch our LILIN IP scanner, and it'll show you all the different cameras that are connected on your network. And if you don't have this program downloaded, you can actually go to our website here under support. You can go to downloads and then software, and then scroll down, and it should be the sixth one right here. So yeah, you can go ahead and download that, and then you'll be able to view all the different cameras on your IP or on your network. So yeah, back to the Control Center. So yeah, here we have our camera added already. So I'm going to go ahead and click Exit. And then now I'm going to go ahead and open up our Viewer Manager, which is going to be the very first one right here. Alrighty, so now that we have our Viewer Manager open, I'm going to go under Private Connections right here. So this is going to be the very first way of adding your camera, which is the manual way, which is right here. So go ahead and open Private Connections. And here we're going to see our test, which is going to be the group we created earlier. And underneath there, there's going to be a warehouse. And if we hover over it, you can see that it shows a little preview of our camera. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it into this very first box right here. So yeah, it should be able to connect. It should be a simple drag and drop. All right, and the second way of adding our camera would be right here. You can go under IP scan collections. So here it'll show all the different cameras that are currently connected to our network. And it'll also show basically all the cameras that showed up on the IP scanner earlier. So here we have our camera right here. We can actually drag and drop that in here as well. So yeah, two ways of doing it. You can either do it manually by creating a group, or you can just simply drag and drop from the IP scan connection. So yeah, here we can see that it shows the video for this one. For this one, the one that we did with the manually add, for some reason, it's not showing up. So to fix that, we're going to go ahead and go to Warehouse right here and go ahead and click Modify. And then here, we're actually able to see if we have the correct information that we put in for the network connection. So we can change the password, the username, any ports that may have issues. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and click Connect right here. And then it's going to go ahead and test the connection for the camera. And yeah, it went ahead and pulled it up right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And then this camera should display the video properly. Right, there you go. So yeah, now we have our two different cameras. One was created manually and one was just grabbed from the IP scan collection. So yeah, now we're going to move on to the dewarping part. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on our camera. And here we're going to be faced with this little view with 4 different images showing the same thing. So for dewarping, we're going to have to go to the top left right here, and there's going to be a PTZ control right here. Alrighty, and it's going to go ahead and unlock this little menu right here. We can kind of click on these little things right here to kind of navigate how many different squares we would like. So if we want to view it in like 2 different views, or we want to watch it in like 4, you can just go ahead and click that. But for now, we're going to go ahead and do this one right here. So for the dewarping, basically how it works is for this one right here, this bottom right-hand square with a circle will basically be the one that is the main controller of the other 3 cameras. So here we can see the bottom left one is the one with the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and go under the bottom left one. And currently on the bottom left one, we see that it's has a red border. So that means it's currently controlling the red one, which is the very first one right here. So they're all color coded. First one being red, second one being green, and the 4th one being blue. So as I click on the different ones, you can see the color changing on the 4th one. So yeah, basically you would use this 4th camera right here to kind of dewarp and look at different views. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we're going to first start off with the red one. I'm going to go ahead and click on the red one, and then I'm going to hover over the 4th square right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just simply scroll my mouse wheel, and it's going to zoom in and zoom out onto a specific place. So yeah, as you can see on the very first camera, it is kind of navigating and showing a different view right here, while all the other ones are just staying in the same place. So yeah, cool things we can do right here. We can kind of look in these little corridors, those little aisles. And then for now, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it right here on this garage/door exit area. All right. So onto the next one, I'm going to select the green one right here. And as you can see, the border of the 4th one went ahead and changed corresponding to the one you selected. And then it would be the same thing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the 4th one, and I'm going to zoom in my mouse or scroll my mouse. And it's going to go ahead and kind of give me a different view, and I will be able to control what I want to see here. So for here, I'm just going to put it on this little other walkway right here with the little exit sign and zoom in. So if we ever want to see like, oh, if anyone walks by, we can see who's actually there. So yeah. And then we can go ahead and click on the blue one as well, and it works the same way. You can go ahead and simply zoom in and zoom out, and you can just leave it in different positions. So if we want to just watch this area right here, anyone walking through here, we can just leave that right there, and it'll record any movement that goes by as well. So and to reset it, you just simply just scroll all the way back out, back to its original view. And that goes the same for all 3 of these views as well. And yeah, that pretty much sums up the warping. It does not work unless you're in full screen, so you would have to double click on the specific camera. And yeah, it works with both the manually added one and then the one we got from the IP scanner. So yeah, that concludes our video on doing dewarping on our viewer manager.